If you wish to have a private function for your observation or observance or celebration, our mandir is available for rental. We have all the amenities you need at an affordable cost. Please reach out to one of our members of our executive committee, and you can email us at Area Spiritual Center, centre@gmail.com. Donations. Area Spiritual Center is a lighthouse in Briarwood, Queens, because of the generous and continued donations of its members and their family. We accept donations in cash, check, through PayPal or Zelle at our email address, ariaspiritualcenter@gmail.com. The word center is spelled CENTRE. ASC is functioning because of several volunteers who selflessly dedicate their time, talent, and skills week after week. If you would like to volunteer in whatever possible way, reach out to our president, Bhai Sohanji, and he will accommodate your seva accordingly. Remember, your small act of kindness will have a big impact in this mandir. To keep you informed of what's happening at the area spiritual and in our community at large, we welcome you to join our WhatsApp group. We share information relating to our dharmic observances, festivals, teachings, events, and community news. If you are interested, please share your mobile telephone number with Bhai Sagar Rajpal, and he will be happy to add you to the ASC Parivar group. For our upcoming programs, this year marks a very important milestone for our mandir. It's our 40th anniversary, and we'll be having a 3-session yajna. So we joyfully invite you and your family to join us for Diwali Satsang on Thursday, October 31st at 7:30 p.m. and 3 sessions of yajna in observance of Deepavali, Rishi Nirvan Divas, and our Mandir 40th anniversary from Friday, November 1st to Sunday, November 3rd. We have 2 family members who will be sponsoring on Friday, the November 1st, and on Sunday, November 3rd. So we have an opening for November the 2nd. That's a Saturday. If there is anyone who would like to sponsor that day, you can please reach out to one of our executive, and we will surely accommodate you. This is all our announcements for today, and over now to our MC, our Sabapati, back.
Thank you, Auntie Shiviji, for sharing with us the announcements. Just to add to what our Purohitji said, our Diwali Satsang will be on Thursday, October 31st from 7:30 p.m. The 4th session of our Yajna will be on Friday, November 1st at 7 p.m., Saturday, November 2nd at 7 p.m., and then we will conclude on Sunday, November 3rd at 9 a.m. If you are not able to sponsor or would like to instead make a donation towards our Yajna, please feel free to reach out to one of our executive members or a member of our Pandits Council. No satsang is ever complete without the spiritual prasad. And today we have the privilege of listening to our very dear Pandit Bharat Singh Ji as he imparts the wisdom and the guidance of our shastras, our scriptures, in his presentation today. Panditji.
Thank you very much, by Devendra. Please give him a little round of applause for always doing a good job. All right, so we've been sitting for a while. We've been sitting for almost over an hour and a half, and you know, sitting is the new what? Anybody remember the phrase, sitting's the new? Come on. What is it, son? Sitting is in USMOK. Equivalent to smoking is the next, so every hour you're supposed to get up. Sitting is the next smoking. Look it up. Let's all stand. Dala Utisht. Come on, let's stand. Yes. All right. So, it's always good to activate both sides of the brain. So, by Jiva, you'll put your camera down for a minute. All right. So, yeah, shake it out a little bit. Shake it out. Shake it out. Very good. All right. Let's take some deep breaths in, everybody. Out. Very good. In. Out. Again. In. Out. All right. Now, hopefully, there's some space in front of you, so if your right elbow will touch your left knee like that. Come try that. This is very good for activating both sides of your brain. Very good. Come on, try it. Don't give up. People who follow Sanatan Dharma don't give up easily. Come on. All right. Good, good. Now this you should do at least 10 every day. That and at least three rounds of 10. It's very good for what? Activating both sides of our brain. All right, so put both hands out. So sometimes we do arti to our parents. So arti with this hand, and this other hand you hit the nail on the head. All right, let's do that. Come on, Bobby. You can't have one hand still. Bobby. All right, pause. So now exchange your hands. This hand you're going to hit the nail on the head, and the other hand you're going to do the arti with. All right. You do this every day, you become smart like Devendra Niraj. All right, let's take our seats. Where's Pandit Niraj? Let's get the opening slide, the opening prayers. Okay. Or just bear with us a minute as we try to bring up the slides. करके स्वीकार प्रभु मेरा गीत अमर कर दो बन जाओ मीत मेरे ये प्रीत अमर कर दो करके स्वीकार प्रभु मेरा गीत अमर कर दो बन जाओ मीत मेरे ये प्रीत अमर कर दो Let's go to the next one. Go to the next one. All right, let's all join in the opening prayer. All right, it's kind of coming out a little small, but can we see that at the back there by Rishi? You're able to read that? Let's all join in the opening prayer. The first two mantras of the Rig Veda. Agni mere purohitam. All of us. Agnimire Yajasya Deva
Yajam
Hotaram Ratnadhatamam. All of us. Hotaram Ratna
Ratamam
Agnihi Purve Bhir Rishi Bhir. Together. Agnihi Purve Bhir Rishi Bhir. Idyo Nutane Ruta. Sadevane Havakshati. All of us. Sadevane.
Havakshati
Om Shanti 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 Om. So today, in today's pravachan, again, first, fellow pandits, all of you wonderful, blessed family and friends who are here today. Our audience this morning is somewhat smaller. It's a holiday weekend, and there's so many things going on, so many events. Weddings is still happening. A lot of things happening. But nevertheless, those of us who are here, we feel very, very thankful. We feel very grateful. All of you are here. And again, by Sir Jiva and your family, we want to welcome you. Hope to see you a little more often. I know you were with us at the Multikund Hawan and other events, but it's so nice to see you. You've always been a strong supporter of Samaj. Let's go to the next slide. So today we want to talk about how to become a genius. Now, who was a genius that you know of? Yes. Now, if you put your hand up, you have to have an answer, right? You just don't put your hand up. Yes, son. What's your name? Huh? Okay. Who was a genius you know of? No, which science? A scientist, yes, is considered to be a genius. Very good. Very good. Give him a little round of applause, everybody. Yes. But which scientist, what name you can think of that was a genius? Huh? Jesse? What he said,
Sir Albert Einstein.
I didn't hear that. I did not hear. Devendra, I did not hear that. But that's right. That's correct. Albert Einstein was a genius. That's so true. Who else you know of that's a genius? Somebody. Let me get one of the Mahila, one of the girls. Sarjiva, that's your two daughters? Yes. Okay. Any who was a genius we know of? All right. So okay, but listen. God Prajapati Bhagwan has given all of us the potential to become geniuses. We all have the capability in our own little way to be a genius. Maharishi Swamidanan was a genius. How? He was a genius in his yogic practice, his yoga asanas. That's one aspect. He as you know, his birthplace was, where was his birthplace? Tankara. What language was spoken there? Tankara is in Gujarat. His mother tongue was what? Gujarati. And he used to, at the beginning, when he started to give his messages, his pravachan, he used to speak in what? Sanskrit. But a lot of people did not understand Sanskrit, and Hindi was more prevalent at that time in India. And they told him, you need to start giving your pravachans in Hindi. And he became a master of Hindi in a very short time. And so when you can become a master of any language in a short time, not a master, but a fairly good communicator, you're a genius. When I was a student in India, the then Prime Minister of India, Narasimha Rao, he knew over, I think, 15 languages he could communicate with his people across India. And so this morning, we have, I make sure I kept this fire lighting. So when we do the Hawan, when we do the Hawan, next slide, Rajit. When we do the Hawan, we make offerings of what? To the fire. Ghee and samagri, right? The word is not, somebody says samagri. The word is not samagri. What's the correct word? Samagris. The sa is long. We tend to make the ma long. And we say samagri, but that's incorrect. If you look at the box, I was trying to see one the box, but the correct word is samagri. Samagri. Say that, everybody. Very good. So we make offerings of ghee and samagri onto Agni. And Agni does what? What happens with the fire? It what? It rise. What's another word for rise that Pandadeepa gave us? Grow. Very good. It grows. And so this is very, very symbolic, friends. Everything we do in the Hawan is very symbolic. It reminds us of certain aspects of life. As we offer ghee onto this fire, when we do Hawan here, when we leave here, the real Hawan begins when we what? When we step out of this mandir. Because, at the beginning, I said this several times, we take water in our hand and we touch. Oh, all of us join with me. Om Bak Bak. Oh, no, what's the Hawan one? That's Sandhya. Neeraj?
Vangmaas, yes.
Oh, sorry. Om Vangamasya Astu. Om Nasurme Prano Astu. We touch our lips first. Why we do that first? And we chant that specific line. Anybody? Come on, you all help me? Very good, Banchal. You pay attention. We ask God, as Banchal said, may our words be sweet. May we say kind words. If you look at the meeting in one of the Hawan books, they say, may our speech be sweet, divine, and sanctified in God, according to God's wisdom. And not you here, but lot of people, when they step out of the mandir and they go home or they go places, their speech is not pleasant, is not sweet, is not kind. And so the real Hawan starts when we get out of this mandir. And come back to when we make the offerings, the fire grows. What's the symbolism there? May we continue to grow with good qualities. May we continue to have growth with noble, beautiful qualities. And let the fire in growing. Now this is a diya. But if you pay careful attention to this fire, after sometimes it starts to what? Even the Hawan fire, another G aspect takes place. Glow. Very good. Very good, Banshivi. You also pay attention. A lot of us, we pay attention, and that's very good. It starts glowing. And when you, again, what's the symbolism? When you and I will grow with good qualities, we will glow as a good human being. And so, as a result, the fire Agni, what? It grows. So the next one, Rajan. Agni, the fire rises, it grows, which reminds us we all want to what? To grow. We all want to have growth. How do we grow? How do we grow? Anybody? There are many ways we grow. Let me hear the one who is holding the drum. What's his name? Pavesh? Pavesh, yes. Tell me one way we grow. Huh?
Easy.
Okay, very good. Very good. Very good. Now, so you eat, right? As a child growing up, your mom ensures, your parents ensures you eat properly, right? You eat nutritious food, and that's important, right? But when you become an adult, let me share a definition for adults with you all. As an adult, we stop growing this way and we start growing this way. Y'all ever heard that definition? Yes, we start a lot. Not you here. I see a lot of people who are very, but they start growing this way. But we got to avoid growing this way, right? That's not good. Anyhow, so there are many ways we grow. Thank you, Pavesh. As children, we have to make sure, parents have to ensure that they eat properly. But as adults, when we become adults, how do we grow? But Sarji, what's the name of your daughters? Lakshmi and Devi. Which one is Lakshmi? Very good. And Dev, oh God, you give them names of both lights. Okay. Okay. Lakshmi, help me here. You tell me as an adult one way that we grow. Very good. Continuous learning, continuous education. Thank you, Lakshmi. Very good. Let me get one of the males. Paras. Paras, as you know, he's a gem in this mandir. The word paras means what? Anybody know what paras means? A gem. Paras, give me one way we grow. Very good, very good. When we come to Mandir, not only when we come to Mandir, but in our daily prayers, whether we chant Gayatri in the morning, whether we at night when we say, when we lie down to sleep, Tanme Manaha Shiva Sankalpamastu. May that my mind, O God, as I go to sleep, be filled with beautiful and benevolent thoughts. And so we want to grow spiritually. But before the pravachan, what did we do? What did we stand up and do? We do some simple what? Exercise. Now we all want to be healthy, right? How many of you in your growth efforts schedule daily exercise? Whether it's 15 minutes in the morning, whether it's your daily walk after dinner. I know a lot of people in my neighborhood where I live, sometimes not every day, but whenever I get the time, after dinner we go for a little walk. And I see people taking walks, which is a good thing. How else we grow? What way? Yes, what's his name? Mark. Yes, Mark. Huh? By reading. Very good. Coming back to and reading. Very good. Very good. So Panit just don't only read, he doesn't only read Vedic Aradhana and Ved every day. Right now he's reading a wonderful book. This book here. Anybody can see the name of this book? Limitless. Upgrade your brain, learn anything faster, and unlock your exceptional life by Jim Quick. I'll encourage you to get this book. This author was on the Today's Show. And you know, I've been reading this book, and he also has a weekly podcast. I tried whenever I have the time, I listen to him. Right? So today I want to share some ideas he's sharing one of his podcasts and relates. It's so dharmic. It's so Vedic in his wisdom. You know that exercise I showed you where you touch, you take this arm and you know, and you do this. Right? I got it from him. He has a lot of brain exercises in this book that you can do to continue to be smart. And so let's go to the next slide. How do we grow? So today, as I said, growth is one of the 4 G's to become a genius. In becoming a genius, there's 4 G's involved. And there are other things. There are many other things. But this concept I got from Jim Quick, and it all relates to Ved, and you'll see how. The 4 G's. What are the 4 G's? Next one. What are the 4 G's to become a genius? Next one, Narajan. The first one is grow, as we said, growth. What's the first one, everybody? Very good. What's the second one? Give, when we give. Third, gratitude, daily gratitude. And the last one here, grit. What's another word for grit? Huh? No. I'm talking about the English grit here, Neeraj. I'm not talking about ghee. Yes, the Sanskrit word for ghee is grit. Ata grita samagri ahuti. Right? That's correct. But grit, what's another word for grit? It starts with P. Very good, Paras. Because your name starts with Paras, you know a lot of good words with P. Very good. Give him a round of applause. Thank you, Paras. Another word for grit is perseverance. But let's come back to grow. Growth, very important. So what are the 4 G's? Anybody, quickly. Very good. Next one, Rajan. How do we grow? Many of us we know this Manusmriti verse. It's in the third, I think chapter 3 of Satyarth Prakash. Maharishi Swaminarayan quoted this verse, and I'll chant one line, and all over you repeat. Abhivadana Shilasya. All of us. Now listen carefully. Let me go slower. Abhivadana Shilasya. I can't hear you. Come on, look, it's up here. Pay attention. Abhivadana Shilasya.
Abhivadana-shilasya
Nityam Vridhopase Vinaha.
Nityam vridhopasevinaha
Chatvari Tasya Vardhante.
Chatvari tasya vardhante
Ayurvidya Yasho Balam.
Ayurvidya yasho balam.
All right, Neeraj, no mics. Let me hear our audience. Again, everybody. Ayurvidya Yasho Balam. Very good, very good. Good chanting this morning. Abhivadana Shilasya. How do we grow here? Manu Maharaj, Manu Smriti talks how we experience growth in four things. In every day if we do these. Those with a humble character. When you and I can be humble, Shilasya, you know the word Shil means what? Humble, a modest character, a simple character. Those with a humble character, a modest character, a simple character, who serves wise and elderly people daily, nityam. You know what nityam means? What nityam means? Daily, every day. There's two words in Sanskrit, nitya and anitya. Anitya is not happening often. It's not everlasting. Anitya is everlasting. It's every day. And it says here, when we serve wise and elderly people daily, if you know whichever it says here, experiences growth, the growth of four things, and which are what was the first one? Longevity, ayur. Ayuhu. And what's vidya? Guess. Knowledge, learning. Yash, fame. And the last one is bal, strength. Bal. You know, that's why, you know, when somebody got a lot of money, what you call them? Was it rich? Okay, right. That's correct. When no, but that's correct. But you know, the Hindi word for wealth is what? Dhan, right? You know, Diwali is coming up, and one of the popular songs we sing, Hey Anadhan ki Maharani, the goddess of wealth. And dhan means wealth. And when somebody got a lot of wealth in Hindi, we say that's a dhanwan. He's filled with wealth. How many of you heard that word dhanwan? And when somebody got a lot of strength, when they're very strong, you say they're what? Balwan. They're filled with strength, right? So, bal, Ayurvidya, Yashobalam. When we do this, when we serve wise people, elderly people, we grow in these four things. Ayur, Vidya, and Yash and Balam. Last line, everybody. Ayurvidya Yashobalam. Ayurvidya Yashobalam. We will experience growth in that. You know, many of us, that was Thursday night, Neeraj. Many of us, we heard, we saw in our news, in our WhatsApp group chat, Pandit Neeraj did the pravachan at the Sri Durga Devasthana Mandir on Vanwick. You know, for Navratri, they invited him. And what's my point? Some of us was there. I was there, and he gave a wonderful pravachan where he focused on the Vedic aspect of Ma Saraswati. That was it, right? Yeah, Ma Saraswati, and when he being there, what he his fame in our extended Sanatan Vedic Dharma community, in our extended Sanatan Dharma community here in New York, has risen, has grown. And anytime you can represent your dharma, not only outside of your mandir, in a very Vedic and a very logical manner, your fame will always grow. And there's so many ways, friends, we all can experience growth. And so we wouldn't have much time to touch all four, but I want to focus on just growth today, on growing. And so how again, Maharishi Manu Maharaj, next one, Rajin. He describes 5 categories of people who should be respected, but says the more, let's read that, everybody. You have a mic, take a mic quickly, Devendra, and read that first paragraph for us. And everybody follow along with Devendra.
How do we grow? Note. Maharishi Manu 2:111 describes 5 categories of people who should
Read
be
with him,
respected,
everybody.
but says that more respect should be given to the subsequent category. That is, the highest respect should be given to scholars, then those who do good actions to benefit society, etc.
Very good. The highest respect should be given to scholars, to wise people, and then to, like we had Ved in the park in August, that last weekend in August. And it so happened, it coincidentally happened that it falls on the holiday weekend, and a lot of our members were away, but we had the bulk of our members there supporting that event. And having an event outdoors with tent and whatnot, we need a lot of manpower, and we were running short on manpower. And the members, I just said, of that Sri Durga Devasthana Mandir, Pandit Shekhar and others, they came forward and they said, they asked Bainaru and others, what help do we need, and what the help do you all need? And we mentioned what help was needed, and they had quite a few of their people who came out and help us to make that event successful. And at the end, we make sure we acknowledge, we paid respect to the good actions that they did, not only for their Mandir event, but for what benefit society. And so the first one it says here we should pay respect to, it says here, Vittam. What Vittam means, everybody? Those who earn wealth honestly. Many of us here, this Mandir, as you heard Ban Chivi said, this October will be 40 years since we bought this Mandir started. I think we bought the building 2 or 3 years after we got started. But the point is, we could not have, had people not earned honestly, they could not have given for us to buy this building. And not only to buy this building, but to maintain this building. Every year we do some work to maintain this building. And so it says here, we should pay respect to those who earn wealth and who also give. One of the 4 G's we talk about is giving, but we won't focus on that here now. Let's continue here. Second is Bandhu. Who should we have more respect for, or have respect for? What's Bandhu? Parents and extended family members. Third, Vayaha, the elderly in family and society. The elderly in family and society. Not only your immediate family, but also society. Fourth, karma. What's karma? Continue. Everybody, those who? Very good. We should always pay respect to those who constantly do good actions to benefit society. And we all know that. All of us know when people do good for the benefit of society, we pay respect to those people. And fifth, Vidya. Everybody help me here. 2-4. The scholar.
Or learned people in society who teach, inspire, and mentor others to acquire knowledge and good qualities.
Very good. Very good. Yeah, y'all are wonderful readers. And this is so important, friends. The scholars, the learned people in society who teach, they make a lot of sacrifice to prepare their materials. But many of us, we join on the Deepak Zoom class 8 o'clock on Thursday nights. And sometimes it's amazing. I sometimes when I join that class, how does he get the time to prepare these materials? Because he shares his screen with us and we can follow along what's going on. And so real quick, we don't have next one, Rajan. We'll try to do this a little. I'll chant one line. So the word here is udyanam, and the word ud comes from the root verb ut, and what ut means to rise. When we, in the camp, we tell the children what? Dala utisht. Rise. Get up. And when we get up, right, it's symbolic of growing. You watch people who don't get up too often, and they constantly sit in front of the TV, on the couch and watch the TV. What happens with them? They get sick. They become slow. And so, but when you and I will get up and do what we have to do, let's come back here. Udyanam te purushna vayanam jivatum te dakshitatim krinomi ahe rohe mamamritam sukham ratham atha jirvir vidatamavadasi atha jirvir vidatamavadasi udyanam to go upward. To go where, friends? Upward and forward. That's why, Pandit Neeraj, last Saturday, we had a wedding here at 12 o'clock, and he assisted me with that wedding. And in the wedding, we do something what we call the saptapadi. Anybody ever heard the phrase saptapadi? Okay, now you, Neeraj. Somebody, when we do saptapadi, what do we do when we do saptapadi? Let me give you a clue. Very good. 7 steps. The bride and groom take 7 steps towards the northeastern direction. And every mantra that's chanted when they take 1 step, 2 step, 3 step, has its own meaning. But why doesn't they stand up? Long ago, I don't know why they didn't do that. Some of the pandits, in Guyana it used to happen. And I've even seen it happen in India. They used to have a stick. They call it a haris. And anybody remember what's the haris stick that they put near the wedding, the bamboo area? Huh? It has what kind of design? It's serrated, right? But if you look carefully, it's really 7 steps it has. And they used to make that, which is symbolic of the 7th step. And the pandit will just chant the mantra, but they never allow them to do it. And I've seen it. If you watch, sometimes when I go do weddings, they still they buy it and they put it there. But nobody knows why we have that piece of wood that's shaped, as Sir Jiva said, shaped like 7 steps. Because if you put it like this against a wall, you can actually see the 7 steps. But why is it that the bride and groom make that 7 steps towards the northeastern direction? What is it symbolic of? I explain it in every wedding I do. But when you have attended the weddings, you have seen. Why? Sir Jiva, help me here. You have gone to a lot of weddings. You did it also. Very good. I did it 30 years ago when I got married. Help me here, Paris. I explained it when I did your wedding. How long ago you got married, Paris? Right here. 15? 15 years, Paris? That's a long time. Anyhow, so, okay, I'll be running out of time. I'm sorry. It's symbolic of constant motion. Constant movement in life. As a husband and wife, we should not be stagnant. We should always make effort to what? go forward, go upward, and do what's right. Another time we will go into the detail of those 7 steps. But to wrap up, it's 11:30. Let's wrap up. Let's read this together. 2-4. Everybody, Neeraj, you lead, and all of us follow. To go upward.
To go upward and forward and not to follow or to lag behind is the only expected and natural course open to you, O man. I, God, equipped you with strength and endurance for the long pilgrimage of life. Come and climb this chariot, the human body, which will lead you to the destination of eternal and deathless bliss. After this, you will have become old with age, relate to everyone your wonderful experience of enlightenment.
Very good. This is so important. After this, you have become old with age, relate to everyone your wonderful experience of enlightenment. Friends, I see this. Many of us may not see this, but I see this in our own home. You know, my father-in-law, Pandit Sudhakar, if you're from the East Coast area, Triumph Village, he's originally from Triumph. He's now December coming, he'll be 97. And very often when we sit in the living room, he'll come up and he will say, you know, when during such and such time in the 50s, or when I was going to the Mandir at Triumph, he will share wonderful moments he have had with his friends, family, or serving the Mandir, or serving Dharma across Guyana. He will share those experiences with us. And why he did this, why that he is able to do that? Because he made every effort. And even Pandit Ramlalji, late Dharmacharya Pandit Ramlalji, he died at 92. But he will always, whenever I will travel with him, or even here at Mandir, he will share his, many of us, when we will visit him at his home, he will share his experience of enlightenment with us all. So friends, I thank you all so much for your kind, your very patient listening. You're being a wonderful listening audience this morning. And I really admire your participation in today's pravachan. God bless you all. Namaste, and back to our Sabhapati, Devendra.
How to become a genius. What a title of a pravachan. There are many important takeaways from Panditji's pravachan this morning. We were reminded to, just like this Agni which we kindled this morning, that we should aim to grow and to glow. Very good. And we were also reminded that the real Havan begins when we step out the mandir and into the world that is awaiting us. Thank you, Panditji, for offering such a profound pravachan this morning. To everyone who contributed to making today's satsang a good experience for all of us, we offer our gratitude. To everyone who is watching online on Facebook and YouTube, we say thank you. We hope to see everyone again next Sunday at 9 a.m. United States Eastern Time. If you can, please do join with us here in Mandir in person. At this time, let us all please stand for our Arti, Bhajan, and closing Prarthana. I invite our Pandit Neeraj to join all of us in our Arti Bhajan and closing Prarthana.
Om Jai Jagadish Hare Swami Jai Jagadish Hare Bhakt Jano ke sankat Bhakt Jano ke sankat Kshan mein dur kare Om Jai Jagadish Hare जो ध्यावे फल पावे दुख विन से मन का स्वामी दुख विन से मन का सुख संपत्ति घर आवे सुख संपत्ति घर आवे कष्ट मिटे तन का ओम जय जगदीश हरे विषय विकार मिटाओ पाप हरो देवा स्वामी पाप हरो देवा श्रद्धा भक्ति बढ़ाओ श्रद्धा भक्ति बढ़ाओ संतन की सेवा Om Jai Jagadish Hare. Jai Jagadish Hare. Swami Jai Jagadish Hare. भक्त जनों के संकट, भक्त जनों के संकट क्षण में दूर करे। ओम जय जगदीश हरे। ओम जय जगदीश हरे। ओम जय जगदीश हरे। अथ शांति पाठ। ओम द्यौः शान्तिरन्तरिक्षं शान्ति, पृथिवी शान्तिरापः शान्ति, रोषधयः शान्तिः, वनस्पतयः शान्तिर्विश्वे देवाः शान्तिर्ब्रह्म शान्तिः, सर्वं शान्तिः। शान्तिरेव शान्तिः सामा शान्तिरेधि। ओम शांति शांति शांति। प्रेम से बोलो ओमकार भगवान की जय। प्रेम से बोलो मर्यादा पुरुषोत्तम श्री रामचंद्र की जय। प्रेम से बोलो योगेश्वर श्री कृष्ण चंद्र की जय। प्रेम से बोलो महर्षि स्वामी दयानंद की जय। प्रेम से बोलो गुरु जी विरजानंद महाराज की जय। प्रेम से बोलो वैदिक सत्य सनातन धर्म की जय। भोजन मंत्र। ओम अनपते ननस्य नो देहि यनमेवस्य शुष्मिनः प्रप्रदातारं तारेश ऊर्जन्नो देहि द्विपदे चतुष्पदे। ओम शांति शांति शांति। नमस्ते।
Our RT and prasadam is coming around, after which we invite everyone to join us downstairs for a very delicious bhojan this morning.